before we jump into the main part of the show, I want to say a huge shout out to all the veterans out there on this Veterans Day. Thank you so much for serving our country. We truly appreciate your sacrifice that you did with your family. And obviously, all your family members that are service members, thank you so much. And we applaud you and we appreciate you for today. We got a good show for you, folks. We do. And we got three of us. We're talking about myself, and we got the great, the one and only, Mr. Mark Oram. What's going on, Mark?
Hey, what's going on, MicroMike? What's going on, everybody out there? Let's talk some Lions football, and happy Veterans Day, and happy Remembrance Day to all the veterans out there.
Definitely. We got Antonio Hightower. What's going on, man?
What's up, guys? Great to be back on here, ready to slander some Lions. Happy Veterans Day to everybody. It took a while to click for me what today was Veterans Day, because it was just so much happening. I was like, I know it's Veterans Day, but at some point it just like clicked for me, like, oh, it's Veterans Day. Even though I knew it was Veterans, it's hard to explain. Because my recruiter called, he's like, you got drill on Sunday. I'm like, okay. Trash ain't come today. And I was seeing stuff on Twitter, and I was getting notifications about it being Veterans Day. Like, oh, it's a Veterans Day. And then at some point I was like, why didn't the trash come today? I'm like, oh, I don't know what's up with me today.
Hey, man, 1 second about that. When do you go to basic training? When do you go to basic training?
Apparently it's the 23rd now. It was moved from the 25th to the 24th. And I was called the other day to let me know it was moved from the 24th now to the 23rd.
Oh.
What
so
month?
Where are you going again? Tell the folks where you're
this
going.
Month.
What service you're joining. Everything about your entering the military.
So I'm pretty sure I think I'm going to Fort Jackson. I'm entering the National Guard. My MOS, I'm a 24-hour Bravo. That's IT specialist. So yeah, I'll be going to basic in about 2 weeks.
Ooh, you getting excited?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready to go.
Oh man, I'm ready for you to go as well, man. Well, we're going to do a shout out to everybody that is in the chat. Huge shout out to Curtis B. What's going on? Raw Detroit. Make sure you subscribe to Raw Detroit. That is TA, formerly of Noble Sports Entertainment, who started a Lions channel. We got Chrome. What's going on? Zach J. Craig Ferguson, I appreciate you. Randy Daniels, SportsCon89. Go Lions, longtime subscriber. We got John Marshall, Kevin Corey, Alan Dana, Jorge. Thank you so much, Jorge. We appreciate you. We're going to get right into it right now. And it's your Bo Preston. What's up? Mark Oram, Oram's Forum. The Detroit Lions yesterday picked up a wide receiver off of waiver wire. Talk about what do you think of Craig Reynolds and what he brings to the Detroit Lions?
Yeah, man, we picked up a wide receiver off the waiver claim. We had the number one, Josh Reynolds, former LA Ram, former Tennessee Titan. We win at nine wins in a row now. No. We're not going to do that, guys. This was kind of a move that was really a no-brainer because he was really cheap, about $500K to pick up off waiver claims for the Detroit Lions. Familiarity with Brad Holmes, Jared Goff. Got a little similarity to Marvin Jones. I'm not saying he's a Marvin Jones type player. I'm just saying the similarity's kind of there. And he's probably going to be, I don't know right away, but he probably will be one of our main targets going forward. They got him for 9 games. He will be a free agent after this year, and he has a little bit of talent. He's nothing special, though, but he's got, he's a big body, 6'3", 195 pounds. We'll see what happens with this. He played 4 years with Goff, like I was saying, and Brad Holmes knows who he is, and he was good on the cheap, and it was a room that kind of needed a slight upgrade, and we'll see what happens down the road with this, though.
I think you're being a little too nice by saying slight upgrade. I think it needs a shotgun taken to that core and put some buckshot into it because it's pretty pretty bad right now. What do you think about Craig Reynolds, Mr. Antonio Hightower?
Oh yeah, I like the move. We needed any additions possible to this receiving core because it is horrendously bad. Reynolds ain't the greatest guy in the world, but he's a guy, and we don't got much of those. All right, most teams he'd probably be a solid number 3, but we don't have that luxury. So we need as many threats as possible because no team is scared of our passing attack at all.
Oh, that's 100% facts right now, and we'll take any of the help that we can get. I appreciate you, 9 Drinks. Hey, I'm right here, Manga. I am right here. Carolina guy says, go to my Panthers. Got Cam Newton. Absolutely, they did. What's up, Antonio, Mark, and Mike? Cam, Cam. Folks, smash that like button if you haven't done so. That is the best way to get this content out there. And if you are not subscribed, that's crazy. Hit that subscribe button. I like the move. Why? It is a wide receiver in a position of need who has played with Jared Goff for 3 years, understands Brad Holmes, and shockingly, he wanted to come to Detroit. I mean, he went from a winning team, Tennessee Titans, 7-2, to an 0-8 Detroit Lions because he wants to be a focal point. He wants to be the guy for the wide receiver. And considering the amount that we have to pay him, which is $500,000, considering that he's probably now the best wide receiver that's available, not saying the best overall, that's available, that's an A-plus grade. And I'm going to give it an A. I know a lot of people say, hey, come on, man, you're drinking that Kool-Aid. Not really. When you consider that we have nothing here at wide receiver. It is the best you could get besides Odell Beckham, but he didn't want to come here. He went to L.A. What grade do you give this one, Mark?
It's a little bit of a wait-and-see approach for me, but if I'm going to give it a grade right now, I'm going to give it about a B-. I'm going to give it a B-. I don't, like I said, it's a slight upgrade in the room. It's a guy that hasn't really done too much in the NFL, but he has some potential. And but you just have to remember that this is a guy that that has been buried on a few depth charts through his career. But he will be a focal point here. He'll at least be. She should be the number 1 wide receiver because Amon-Ra St. Brown is our number 1 wide receiver, and I'm sure he's got a little bit more talent than him right off the bat. So it's about a B- for me right now.
What do you guys grade this pickup? It's simple. Go in the comment section, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know what you guys think. Well, Antonio Hightower, give us a grade while people start putting it out there.
I'll give the move an A+. And the only reason I'm giving it an A+ because it's basically no risk associated with this move. You lose nothing. All you do is claim a guy. Gonna be cheap.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna be a threat to add to his offense. And really, it's just because you don't lose anything. There's really no downside.
I agree, man. There is no downside. And he stops right there. I thought he was going to continue to go. But it didn't happen. Randy Daniels, he's not drinking that Kool-Aid. He says D-. Zach J, he's with MicroMike here. He says, even if I don't work out, it doesn't hurt us. Exactly. That's the whole point of this move. We got Psycho Billy Demon B+. I like it. Alan Dana B. And we got 9 Drinks dropping a super chat. Thank you so much, 9 Drinks. He says, thank you for the service. Again, it's Veterans Day. I truly appreciate it. And it's to all the veterans out there. Thank you to all what you have done for this country. We're talking about World War II, Vietnam, Korea, all over. And we appreciate you here. Cameron got an A for the pickup. A because we upgraded the position of need for cheap by Nick. I concur with that. Time will tell. It's better than nothing. Yes, Jorge, that is exactly what it is. It is better than nothing. And right now, that's what we have, folks. We don't have a whole lot here going on in Detroit when it comes to the wide receiver position. What is your expectations, Mark, Sunday for Craig Reynolds? What should you tell the folks your expectations for him on Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Well, is he for sure going to be dressed?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. It's not too many It's only like 4 or 5 days. He's going to get his nose in the playbook. He might have a little small package maybe for him. Might just get his feet wet. I don't expect much. Like maybe a few catches coming in right away just to get his feet wet, like I said. And he's not really the number one guy just yet. So, but he's got that familiarity with Jared Goff that we love to talk about in this group and with the Detroit Lions. Brad Holmes loves to do this. The NFL as a whole loves to do this. They go after guys that they're familiar with. So I expect a few catches. I don't think he's going to be a game changer right away. I just hope Jared Goff can get him the football. That's what I'm hoping for.
Tella says A. I like it. Craig says C. Yeah. Blaze Radio, who is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but he's also a friend of the show. He's got a great channel. You guys got to subscribe to the channel. He does WWE Game, and he does the playover with his own voice, and it's ridiculously fun. He states he's excited for his team to lose to the 0-8 Detroit Lions. Actually, he didn't say that. I just made that up. That's what I do. But, hey, appreciate you getting in here. We're going to talk about the Lions and Steelers here in a minute. What is your expectations, Antonio Hightower, of Craig Reynolds on Sunday? And let's expand it throughout the rest of this year.
My expectations aren't that high because, A, his quarterback is Jared Goff. B, his offensive coordinator is Anthony Lynn. You starting off at a negative already. And them two they ain't the guys you want to be with. He's already going to be pushed up on higher than the depth chart than he probably needs to be. So he's probably going to be, I'm not going to say teams are going to focus on him, but he's going to be probably more focused on than he's ever been in his career. Just because, who else is even a threat? TJ, that's pretty much it. My expectations aren't that high for him. I think he can have a few breakout games against some specific teams, but especially because the Lions are trying to be focused on running the ball. My expectations aren't too high throughout this season, but I can see him producing well in some particular weeks.
We got Cameron. He just became a member to the channel. Really appreciate it, Cameron. And that's what's up. Supporting the channel. I really appreciated it that you did that. And I hope to see you all on Sunday again. We do the live watch party where the Lions will face the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, we got Blaze Radio in here. And he says, I didn't say I was excited, Mike. Again, Steelers are famous for losing to a team with a bad record. He said the end again. And again. Patty Grimes says C+ for the pickup. Let's talk about Lions and Steelers. Mark Oram from Mr. Orum's Forum. What is a matchup the Lions must exploit on Sunday? It's a big matchup. What do you think the Lions need to do?
Well, they're going to need to take advantage of that O-line over in Pittsburgh. It's not a very good pass-blocking O-line. I'm watching Ben Roethlisberger. I've watched a couple games this year when he's been on primetime. He is a mess throwing the football. He doesn't look right out there, man. He's very slow. If you can somehow exploit that O-line, get some blitzes on Ben, make him throw some errant throws, get to him, get in his face. He looks like he's aged about 40 years back there. So if you can get that O-line, then their O-line's not very good. If they can get to Ben Roethlisberger with some blitzes and, that D-line, get Charles Harris in there, some Julian Okwara, just to cause some havoc, create some problems back in that backfield, then I think they have a shot to win this game. It's going to be tough because they have a pretty good defense and we have a horrific offense. But if we can get to Ben, I think we can make it a little bit close. Work on that O-line.
Okay, so I see Jorge says, show some of those medals, Mike, your Army medals right here, man. They're right here. I actually attached it to my Lions thing. I got attached up there. That is my medals right there. And it is definitely awesome to have. And I got this here. This is a coin I got from 2-star General Vladimir. This was awesome, man. He brought me up. He says, at that time I was Specialist Kimber, and I did something good in training, and he wanted to award me with his piece there. So those are my medals. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, but pretty good, pretty good. But Lions and Steelers. What do you got, Antonio Hightower? A matchup that we must pay attention to on this game coming up on Sunday.
It's got to be the Lions' pass defense versus the Steelers' pass offense. Because the story of it is their O-line is not that great at pass blocking. Big Ben is Big Ben, and their offense is basically Najee Harris. So we got to deal with that. And I heard Claypool is out for the season, I think. So you gotta first of all you gotta force them to pass, and when you force them to pass, you gotta shut down the pass because if they passing on us, then we are getting blown out.
Oh, so he's just saying we're doing short answers today by Antonio Hightower. This guy loves to talk, just not today. We got.
I can talk about Sue.
Oh man. What's going on at Rams House? Appreciate you getting in here. It's a good Veterans Day. Again, thank you to Oak, Jorge, D's Nuts, Bobby Land, everybody that's wishing a happy Veterans Day. I truly appreciate it. After this, I get to go out to eat with the family. It's going to be nice, and it's a good time. How many ribbons do you got? I think this one, it doesn't have all of them. I don't believe I got them all, but right here it is 8. 8 ribbons right now, but I think I actually have 9. I just probably lost one over time. I haven't been in the Army since 2009, so it's been a little bit. Let's see. Matchup that I'm really paying attention to for the Detroit Lions is this is going to have to go on the offensive line of Detroit right now because we got Penei Sewell on the right side, and we got Taylor Decker coming back. How is Watt and Sewell going to go at it? Not talking about J.J. Watt. He's not on the team. We're talking about his brother. How is he going to protect Jared Goff? That's a major issue here because now he's going to be on the right side. We haven't seen him play on the right side since preseason, so we've got to watch. Can he stop TJ? Will Jared Goff not get sacked every single play? That is going to be a key. And what do you think, Mark, about Penei Sewell and TJ Watt?
Well, hey man, this is it's Pittsburgh. This is Steel Town. Hopefully Sewell has packed a lunch because he's going up against a premier pass rusher in TJ Watt. And TJ Watt don't play, man. He's the real deal. He will be licking his chops going up against a rookie. You know that. Sewell's going to have some help there, man. He's going to have Hawk chipping him. Brock Wright coming in, chip him too as well. They're going to have Big V looking at his back, protecting him. So I'm a little bit nervous about TJ Watt going up against Penei Sewell because TJ Watt is the real deal. And we know how Sewell has been. He's been up and down in the whole year. And now he's going over to his side, the right side, where he was horrific in preseason. And he wasn't going up against guys like TJ Watt. So a little bit concerned there. Hopefully Anthony Lynn, has some schemes where he needs some help. So, and he's going to need some help with TJ Watt, that's for sure. I'm a bit concerned.
Matt Nagy just came in the building here. We're not playing Chicago, but he says, my wife just called me and said, the GM called. I'm S-ing my pants and hoping I don't get fired. Hey, we hope you don't get fired as well. Can Penei Sewell slow down TJ Watt, Antonio Hightower?
I mean, I could technically slow down a car, but I'm gonna need some help. Now, Sue, he's gonna get a lot of help to slow down TJ, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for the whole team because honestly, TJ might not even be our biggest. Well, actually, TJ might not be our most worrisome matchup because we're gonna give Sue a lot of help. Problem is, the Steelers' interior defensive line is crazy. And if you have not looked at our interior line, it is horrible. But Sue, supposed to be a generational talent. Generational talent, he'll figure it out. We're gonna give him a lot of help. It's gonna be a lot of chipping. Hopefully it's a good kind, because I've been seeing a lot of bad chipping in some games recently. So hopefully it's the good kind of chipping. Be interesting to see how that really goes. because he's been struggling at pass protection at left tackle, like somebody said he would. And I don't know how that transition is gonna work at right tackle. I feel like it might get worse. So I don't know. They're gonna give him a lot of help. So I feel like he's probably not gonna be exposed too much, but because of that, all the help he's gonna get, I think certain other guys like Jonah and Big V are gonna be put in some really bad situations.
No doubt. I think there's going to be some situations, but as we're getting closer to this show, getting to the mid part here, let's talk about who is going to win this game. Do score predictions here. Let me know in the comment section who you got. It's simple. L for Lions, S for Steelers. If you want to go above and beyond, do score prediction. What do you think is going to take place on Sunday? Mark Orem, Detroit Lions at Pittsburgh. Do you believe the Lions can pull the upset and finally get a win? If not, score prediction.
No, I'm not picking them to win. I'm not going to pick the Lions to win in this one. I think even though Pittsburgh, they're not what they used to be, and Ben's not what he used to be. I could see a few touchdowns, by Najee Harris. I could see Pat Fryermuth getting in the end zone. I could see Deontay Johnson having a decent day. And we just don't score enough. Man. We might get a garbage touchdown here or there. I think, I'm going to predict 34-17 Pittsburgh Steelers. They might keep it close for a half.
So he's got the Pittsburgh Steelers pulling the L here, and the Lions going 0-9. Antonio, also known as Sour Tower, what is your prediction for this game?
Well, my first prediction is that we lose. Now, I'm 8-0. So what? How many games we play this season?
You are 8-0 right now. Yes, you are, because
I
you
am
said
8-0.
0-17.
I've been 8-0. I'm still looking for the team we gonna beat. I think we're gonna lose. How much we lose by just depends how much we can expose their offensive line. Because there is something we can expose, but the problem is we don't really have anybody to be worried about from our D line. Who knows? Maybe we get is Trey Flowers still playing?
He is still on the roster, and he's still playing, yes.
Oh, well, who knows? Maybe we could have a Trey Flowers explosion if he could, stop getting injured every week. But yeah, I just don't know the matchup because the problem with the Steelers is that D line, which is ironic because their D line ain't even that healthy. Stephon Tuitt is still on IR, but Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt are some problems.
Yeah, Hayward's a problem.
Highsmith, yeah, and Alex Highsmith, don't be sleeping on him. He was getting more reps than Melvin Ingram was this year. So
Yep.
I don't know. And now we got to consider Taylor Decker is coming back from reserve, and a lineman is a position that's a lot based on reps and physicality. So a lot of the time you can't just really come back into it. You gotta get adjusted to it. So I think he could struggle this game too. Honestly, the only way we win this game is if the Steelers let us win this game, or Big Ben let us win this game.
Okay. So what's your overall score prediction?
28-13.
28-13. Now let's see what the chat thinks. We got Lion King says Steelers. 9 Drinks says 27-21 Lions. Randy Daniels, 33-10 Steelers in a wipeout. D's nuts. 28-21 Lions. They get their first win. Running is the key for Go Lions. 31-13 Steelers by Nick. Pittsburgh 24, Detroit 16. Go Lions 31-17 with the dub. Pittsburgh 34-17. Lions 2017. We got 10-14. Sorry for saying this by Bobby Land. Lions 27-24. And we got Raw Detroit doing and again. And again. And again. And again. And here in 8 minutes, you guys will run the show. Want to do questions, do hashtag Lions, do hashtag something. That's where my eyes can see it. And we will get to you guys so you can run the show We got Justin Thomas says 17-17 in a tie. That would be funny, and still no win, but I guess you wouldn't go 0-17 with a tie. 0-16-1. Or wait, yeah,
Yep.
1. How's that? 0-16-1. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's what it would be, yeah.
The Detroit Lions getting an L. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers winning 32-14. I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win this game. Our offense has shown absolutely nothing to this point that would instill any sort of confidence that they can pull off a victory here. In preseason, we played them. They destroyed us with their first team versus our first team. It was 14-0 at that point. Matter of fact, when their second string came in, we still couldn't do anything. So I think that is going to be the case as well. Would it be nice for the Lions to win? I hope so. But I'm going to be live for it anyway. So if you guys are ready to launch a live watch party on my channel, it'll be on Sunday at 1 p.m. We're gonna get into it, regardless of wins and losses. A hashtag former Lion Pride King, Lion King. This offense can't seem to establish anything.
True.
So how could we establish something, Mark? What can we done to establish something?
On the offense?
Yes, on offense.
You got to try to establish the run. That's the main key. But like Antonio said, that's a really, really good interior. You're not running inside on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Good luck with that. If you have any shot to run on them, it's on the outside because they got dogs that like to come pass rush. So on the outside, if you could try to beat them, with DeAndre Swift going off tackle and Jamal Williams, I think he's playing. Hopefully he's healthy. That's, I think, the only way you can run on them. You got to establish some type of run because Jared Goff is not gonna beat you with his arm, and these wide receivers aren't going to beat anybody either. So establish the run, get to Ben Roethlisberger, and we have a shot. I just don't know if that can happen on Sunday.
And it's going to be hard. You're going to Pittsburgh. It's not like you're here at Ford Field. You're going to Pittsburgh. It's going to be difficult, absolutely difficult for that to occur. Again, if you guys want questions answered, throw it in the comment section. Do a hashtag. Hashtag, folks. That's how I see it. We got 102 in the building with 50 likes. Let's get those likes up to 75. The more likes we get, the more chance that Chat Sports doesn't put their foot in my 2 points of contact, and I don't like that to happen. I've never been to prison, but I'm not the type of guy to drop a soap in the shower. I don't like that type of stuff, so I would prefer to have no foot in my 2 points of contact. Let's see. We got Oak says, hashtag run more two-back sets with Jamal Williams and Swift. I don't know, Oak, if Jamal Williams is playing in this game. He's still injured. Yeah. I don't know if he's going to play, but I would like to see Godwin Igwebuike and Jamar Jefferson. Antonio Hightower, should we be running more just like Oak states with more two-back sets?
I don't know, because at that point you become even more predictable with the offense. Because at that point, defense is going to stack the box even bigger. And I don't know. I mean, I don't think we should, because I think at that point you already a predictable offense. You just become even more predictable. Teams are just going to stack the box even more than they already do. And we can't run out of contact, so we don't need no stack boxes.
Question here from Dustin. It says, hashtag, how do you feel about Reynolds playing this week? I think it's going to be quite difficult for him to play this week to get any sort of meaningful offensive, understanding the scheme. It's going to be quite difficult. Maybe they have a couple routes with him because he was with Jared Goff. My expectations would be extremely low for anything to be showing up on Sunday. So if he doesn't come out, we can't dog on him for that. He just got here. So my expectations is absolutely nothing. Give me another week, and then we can talk about it from there. But to have anything to expect more than pretty much nothing would be a lot on his spot. We got a question here from Zach. Tight ends, what do you think we will see from Brock Wright, if anything, Mark? I like this question.
Not too much. I think he's more of a blocking tight end. at this point. That's what he was at Notre Dame. He's a big kid, though. He did have a few catches in preseason. It looked like he's got a little bit of athletic ability to him. But we all know that Hawkinson is the guy. You know, there's no more Darren Fells, so Brock Wright is going to step into his position. But I think he's going to be a guy that's going to block. He's a big kid. He's a good blocker. I think that's really his role right now, and he's secondary to T.J. Hawkinson. But it looks like he did have some athletic ability during the preseason game. So maybe give him the ball. Surprise, use him as a surprise. Like maybe use him in red zone or something like that. So, but I expect him to do some blocking.
We got a question from Justin Thomas. Do you guys want the Lions to actually start winning, or do you guys want the #1 draft spot? I want to win. I want to win. I do not want to go 0-17. That is miserable. The last time the Lions didn't win a game, I was in Iraq. I don't want to be here in the United States and witness this. So I want to win. I could care less right now about the draft. Antonio Hightower, you may have different opinion than me. I think you do. What do you think about this one?
Lose all the way. You can get one win. I'm cool with that. I just need the #1 pick. That's all I need. Whatever it takes to get the #1 pick, just get this. Need that pick, either I could trade back or I could take that overrated guy #1, do whatever I want. But, get the #1 pick.
He says get the #1 pick. Do you think the Lions will be able to stop Pat Freiermuth? What do you think, Mark?
This kid's been a red zone beast for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year, man. I loved him coming out of Penn State this year. I thought he was a really good pickup by the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's got really nice soft hands. He runs really good routes. Doesn't drop anything, man, and he just gets open in the end zone. You throw him the ball anywhere, he's snatching it. So it's going to be tough. I don't know who's going to be able to stop him. Who's going to be on him? Jalen Reeves-Maybin? So rest in peace, Jalen Reeves-Maybin. He's not going to be able to stop him, and I don't really know who else can really cover right now. Maybe if you're going to put another bigger body on him, maybe Derek Barnes, but Freiermuth is the real deal. So we're in for a treat watching that kid play. He's actually fun to watch.
Patty Grimes, how many draft choices do the Lions have next year? Another channel said 5. We have 10 actually slated right now.
Yep,
that's how many
10
draft picks we have right now. We would have 12, but we traded away for the Trinity Benson trade. But currently we have 10 if everything was to stay the same with the Kenny Galladay, because you're going to get a comp pick there. But, yes, we have 10. Let's see. Talk about Trinity Benson. How did we miss so bad on Trinity Benson? It was I don't know.
It was a weird story, man. That was a weird story. Brad Holmes got approached by one of his head scouts and said, "We love this guy. You got to look at this guy, Brad." And Brad looked at him and then decided to give up a couple draft picks for him, and he's been an absolute nightmare. Like
not in a good way.
he's been a nightmare
in a bad way.
Like, yeah, in a bad way. Not a good, like a screeching, you got to like hold your kids type of nightmare. One of those, man. I don't know, man. I don't really know.
Who could have saw this coming?
Huh?
Who could have saw this coming? Who could have saw
Trinity Benson? Yeah.
I know the shaking, though, in the audio of
you outside? Are you outside?
Holy moly, man.
I know, I'm rolling around. That was an accident.
I don't know what you're doing, man, but hopefully it's not.
I'm giving her a D, man.
Yeah, nobody thought Trinity Benson was going to come in here and be an absolute superstar, but I thought he would at least produce a little.
Just produce something.
I thought he'd catch the balls. What's that?
Honestly, I never saw the point of the trade because he doesn't offer a skill set that is so special that we couldn't find out of a practice squad or a rookie free agent. It's not like he's not a special route runner. He's not a special athlete. It's not like he gives a bunch of effort. It's not like he's a special blocker. He doesn't really do anything. The Broncos were ready to cut him.
Your audio is very special in a bad way. Sounds terrible, man. Hashtag Simba. Do the Lions draft a quarterback in the first round or later because the quarterbacks in this draft doesn't seem to be good? I don't like this. Doesn't seem to be good. There's some quarterbacks out there, but no, I don't believe the
Correct.
Lions are going to draft a quarterback in the first round. I don't, especially listening to Dan Campbell talk. They asked him, I think it was a couple days ago, what type of team do you want to be? He says, I want to be a stout defense, lead by defense, and run the football. You know what that means to me? With the first pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select defensive end Kayvon
Evan
Thibodeau.
Neal. Oh.
And with the 28th pick, the Detroit Lions select, probably I would say
Spencer
safety.
Rattler.
But what do you think? Do you think they're taking quarterback in the first round, Mark?
In the first round, obviously, you're talking about that Rams pick because it's not going to be our top pick. You know what? I don't think they are. I really don't think they are unless they really like somebody down there. Unless somebody jumps up in the combine, I'm going to say no. I think he's going to try to build up this defense, or he's going to try to get a wide receiver somewhere down there. So, no, I'm going to say no.
Can Odell hurt the Rams more than helping them? It's possible, but I think he'll play nice over there. And we got to continue to monitor that, man, because we get their draft pick. It is the nightmare before
Trade him
Christmas.
away.
They can't. They can't trade him.
Yeah, it's
Who can-
I'm talking about trade those picks.
You have to wait till
Trade
after
those
the
picks.
year.
Those
trade
picks,
our
move
pick?
up in the draft. Yeah, no,
Well, then
the Rams picks. Move up in the draft.
Are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Well, they could. Yeah, they definitely could, man. Go get Kayvon, man, Thibodeau, and then go get Aiden Hutchinson. Trade right back up and go get.
I was
Eric
saying.
says, go Lions. Y'all think that we should pick a quarterback in the draft. So this is not what you think they're going to do, but what would you do? Yes, I would take a quarterback in the draft. I am on board with taking a quarterback.
I'm okay with it, but I just don't think they're gonna.
That's the thing. I'm okay. I don't think they're gonna, and that's why you're seeing my mock drafts. You don't see a whole lot of quarterback early, and I don't think they're gonna do that. It would be surprising to say the least. But I would love it. Yeah, I would love it, man. And I know Tone he loves Malik Willis.
Sir, Big Willis. I only like 3 QBs really, and it's Malik Willis, the guy from Cincinnati. I keep forgetting his name. It's probably for a reason. And Emory Jones. That's pretty much it. Because everybody else is kind of in the category for me. I'd love a QB. Now, I want you to trade back. I want you to trade back and get that QB. But I want a QB.
If I miss your question, just repost it. It's not that I'm hating. It's because it's going fairly quick, and I got my cue here, and I lose them. So just repost it. I like the possibility of Reynolds and St. Brown outside and move Raymond into the slot. Thoughts? I would like that. Raymond should be a slot. That's his position. The issue is we don't have the wide receivers right now. I mean, we got Cephas out. Tyrell Williams didn't work out, so he's placed in that spot. But what do you think, Mark? I agree 100%.
Definitely Reynolds outside. St. Brown's a slot guy, though. He doesn't seem too comfortable on the outside, so you got to keep St. Brown on the inside, in my opinion. And but definitely Josh Reynolds on the outside, and then and probably another big body like Kadera Hodge out there. So I think St. Brown's a little bit. I don't think he's good enough on the outside. I like him better inside. What
do you think of Penny Pickett and Tony Hightower?
Yeah, I'm not that impressed. Haven't seen anything that's really impressive from Kenny Pickett. Seemed like a solid floor guy. Not like a Mac Jones type, but a solid floor guy. And I don't think the floor is high enough to truly justify a first round pick, and I don't think the ceiling is high enough to justify a first round pick. Like at least with Mac Jones, I understood taking him in the first because he had a floor. He was pretty much guaranteed to at least be a good quarterback. Now, great, probably not. But he's at least guaranteed to be good because he had everything you wanted from a QB other than just talent. Pickett, not quite that guy.
Let's see. We got Mikiro Mike. What will it take for the Lions to start winning one playoff win since 1991? Human sacrifice. That is what it's going to take. Some voodoo, man. It's
dancing
gonna take
on
a lot. I'm not going to lie, Mark.
dancing Throwing babies into a volcano.
No, that's evil
Kidding,
parkour.
just joking.
No, I know you're not joking. Oh my God, let's see here. Quack, quack. Mike, knowing your heart is an organ, but do you really think the Lions should take Kayvon Thibodeau? He is from my hood. He's from my school. Look, man, this is what I want. This is my number one option. I want the Lions to trade out if they can trade out. I want to pick up more draft picks because I feel I'm not going to lie. Look, I love Kayvon Thibodeau. I do. He's great, but I like Kyle Hamilton a little bit more. Safety, I do like him, and I'd love to pick up another first-round pick. That's my number one scenario. If we don't move out, I'd say it's 99% Kayvon Thibodeau, though. Antonio Hightower, what would be your option with that first pick?
I'm trading back. Trade back, trade back, trade back. I don't care what the deal is. I'm trading back. You can give me a third. I'm trading back because it becomes a point. Well, personally, I'm taking a quarterback. I'm taking a quarterback. I'm trading back, taking a quarterback. Then I'm using those picks with the Rams picks and moving back up to the top 10. But I'm trading back, getting a quarterback. Then after that, I'm trading that back up for Kyle Hamilton because we need a leader on offense and defense. And we could do that if we get 2 top 10 picks. So, which is why I'm also wanting to trade Decker competition, but that's a whole nother thing.
My question is who's trading up for who though? There isn't really a guy that everybody's going to covet.
Yeah,
is someone coming up to trade for the tackle from Texas A&M, the kid from Oregon, Kayvon Thibodeau. Like, I don't think guys are going to come up. Teams are going to come up and give you more picks for those guys. I guess there's always somebody falls in love with somebody, but there's no quarterback that someone's going to go up and get right now. That could change.
But let me ask this though.
Don't know.
Is there no quarterback nobody would trade up for?
Somebody might.
Because I mean, if we want to talk, let's talk about historical paths. Let's talk about a draft class that's sort of similar to this one. The draft class where Jared Goff was drafted.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles traded up multiple times, in fact, to get Carson Wentz. And the Rams traded up a lot to get Jared Goff. Neither of those guys were considered special quarterback prospects. Goff wasn't even the consensus number 1 draft pick quarterback in his class. And the Rams still got like 2 first. They got the team that traded back, it was the Titans. They got a bunch. Now they didn't get as much as you get in a usual number 1 year. But they got a lot. They got some stuff. Right? You can trade back. It just depends how much. It's not going to be as much as last year. Last year, you had the number 3 pick trading back for 3 firsts. And they only moved back 9 spots, which, we could have been in the number 3 pick, but we wanted to beat teams like the Falcons. But I'm not going to speak on that. You can trade back. You can get picks. You're just not going to get much. And I don't really even need much. I just need something. Because, honestly, the guy who's going number 1 is the guy I'm not picking. If that's the team, if you have some tones doing, I'm trading back because the guy who's going number 1 ain't the guy I'm picking. The guy who's going number 2, it's not the guy I'm picking either.
Yeah, I'd love to trade back. And I think there's teams you could look at. The Philadelphia Eagles, they got 3 first-round picks. The New York Jets, they got 2 first-round picks. Jets are not taking a quarterback. Maybe they would want a Kayvon Thibodeau. But the Eagles, that's a different situation. They could definitely be looking to get a quarterback, Jalen Hurts situation. Also, you can look at the Houston Texans. Obviously, Deshaun Watson's not going to be their quarterback next year. They're going to get multiple picks for him. They're going to be probably – all we got to do is say we're taking whatever quarterback they like. Be like, hey, then give me a draft pick if that's the case. So we'll see. The odds of the Lions trading out is probably unlikely, but that is my best case scenario. That is what I would love. What spot would you take these players in the draft? It says Thibodeau, edge. Where would you take Thibodeau at, Mark?
Number 1, baby. That's who I want. He is the guy that I want. I'd take him at the 1 spot, man, because you're not going to get him. Not going to get him at 2. Kyle Hamilton, he's a top 5 pick, man. Even though he's a safety, people say don't take him don't take a DB there. He's a unicorn. So he's a top 5 pick in my eyes, top 10 at the worst. And then Neal, he's a mid-round pick, great linebacker. So you got top 15 guys right there. So, but my order would be Thibodeau, Hamilton, and then Neal. Neal with a little bit down the road a little bit, but still first round.
Eric says, I think we should go defensive heavy in this draft and pick up a playmaking receiver with the Rams pick. Look, I'm fine with getting some defense, but folks, this offense is bad. Like, we have to recognize that this offense is right now the second worst offense in the NFL. We have scored a total of what is it? 1 touchdown, 4 out of 8 first halves in the NFL so far. That's terrible. That's
we can't score more than 17 points. We can't score more than 17 points a game.
So, like, we got to get offense too, man. Like, we need a wide receiver. It is a need. It's not a want. It is a need. Do you want to roll out with these receivers again? I would think not. I think it would be important to get yourself a Drake London. I've been talking about him endlessly already because I love his 6'5", his jumping ability. He'd be perfect. That's right there around 28. So we do got to get offense as well. We do got to get some offense. But I'm fine with getting defense. We definitely need a safety. To me, that's the number one need. We need to get an edge rusher for sure. You can't have enough. Linebacker. We'd love to get another linebacker that can help out Derek Barnes for the future. And to me, McDuffie, the cornerback, he would be a value pick too. If he was there in the second round for the Lions, I would look to get him because we don't know what's going on with the cornerback position right now. We don't know what's going on with Jeffrey Okudah. Melfon is coming back from injury, but is Jerry Jacobs? There's a big question mark there. So I'm not going to just do all defense. I think those offense needs some help too, Antonio Hightower. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. For me, if we were gonna go all defense, I feel like last year was the year to go all defense. Instead of getting that guy at number, but I'm not gonna speak on him right now. I think if it was any time to go back, any time to trade back and go all defense, it would have been last year. Because last year was pretty deep at positions that we needed. It was deep at O-line. It was deep at D-line. There's some D-line prospects in the 6th, 7th round doing more damage than the guys on our team. It was deep at linebacker. Linebackers looking great. JLK and Parsons looking like some of the best linebackers in the league, regardless of position right now.
Parsons
Safety is also pretty deep. Yep. JLK been killing in the pass and the run, but he fell for stupid reasons. Safety was insanely deep. There was 4th, 5th round guys I was looking at that are better than Tracy Walker and Will Harris. Corner was also insanely deep. And it was guys anywhere. If there was a year to trade back and go defense, it was probably last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this year is really the year to try to do that. You could go for it. I don't know if you go I think I saw a lot of people want to do a Panthers type draft, and I feel like this ain't the draft to do a Panthers type draft. You could probably do that at the top, but then also the problem becomes your offense is so devoid of talent. How do you ignore that side of the ball?
And I think we can help out if they wanted to go a lot of defense, then I think in free agency you got to pick up that. I think they're going to do it anyways, but you got to get a number 1 wide receiver. Because we do got some holes, folks. We do got some holes. We obviously wide receiver. We need a tight end number 2. Right now we're seeing what's going on with this Brock Wright situation. We can't do that again. We may have to get a guard. We don't know what's going to go on with Vati Vaitai, Jonah Jackson, even though they're playing much better. But it's a possibility we have to get a quarterback at some point. I know everybody loves Jared Goff, but come on, man. At some point, we got to actually get a quarterback. I mean, Jared Goff's not the answer. He's not. But I believe it should be. If I were to do a percentage, I would say 60% defense, 40% offense. I think that would be logical, a little bit more defensive heavy because, yes, we do have Tracy Walker, but we also got Will Harris. And Will Harris is absolutely a flaming pile of garbage. He should not even be on this team.
That's a compliment.
That's a compliment. And Tracy Walker, he's gonna demand a big contract. I think we're gonna pay him, but if I miss your question, folks, just repost it. It's just coming quick. What if the Jets trade with us? That's what I did, Zach J, with my mock draft. I did a mock draft yesterday. I had the Lions trading with the Jets. We moved. I think they're at the 4th pick. We got the 4th pick and the 11th pick. That's what I had because of Robert Salah, just like you were saying. It made sense with Kayvon Thibodeau.
I don't know if the Jets would do that though.
I don't know if they would do it either. I don't know. Yeah. It's still difficult.
If anything,
it's going to be hard to trade.
I think the Jets might be targeting O-line more than anything because they don't have a tackle to pair up with Becton. And in terms of the D-line is actually their biggest strength. And while they do need an edge, I don't know if it's big enough need right now for them to justify trading up. I can see them trading up maybe for a tackle because maybe Evan Neal or Kenyon Green because they need an O-line badly. But I don't know if they trade up for Thibodeau.
We are about let's see if we can get to 80 likes. We're at 74 right now. Let's get to 80 likes. So if you haven't smashed that like button, let's get to it. Again, if I miss your question, it's not I'm being a prick. It's because I just missed it. We need everything in Detroit. That's true. Smiley De La Rosa. We pretty much need everything except for punter. I don't think we need a punter. I think we're good there. I don't think we need a long snapper.
Until he wants to leave.
I think we're good at center. You know, right now we got obviously Frank Ragnow and Evan Brown's doing perfectly fine. You know, that's pretty much it. Defensive tackle, we may not need really to get in the draft.
We do need a left tackle for the future.
Oh.
Here we go.
Hold up.
Here we go.
You know it's coming up.
Oh, you knew that was coming.
No! If we get a tackle, I will frickin' explode, man.
Imagine?
Oh my goodness, man. Get off the Get off it, man. Get off it. Hey, Gridiron Blitz in the building. He'll be doing a live watch party for tonight's game. It's going to be a good one. Make sure you go over there. Actually, the Lions would have to trade with the Eagles in Miami's pick. Yeah, we'll see. The Eagles got 3 picks in the first 15 right now. They are smart.
If we're trading back, I don't know if they want to trade up with us.
Hey, JT says, happy Veterans Day to my fellow veterans. JT, thank you for serving this country. And everybody else that's in here, you know, happy Veterans Day. I really appreciate all you guys. We all do. I mean, we got Antonio Hightower. He leaves the basic training in 2 weeks. He's going to be serving his country, and then that's what we do over here. So we appreciate it for sure. Which game are the Lions most likely to win the rest of the year? Hold on. I wish I had a cricket soundboard because I really don't.
Oh, this would be a perfect time, buddy.
Let me see if I can find what's a good one though. Let's just do this one, I guess.
Got him.
Really? There is not a game that we should be winning. Go ahead, Mark.
No.
Oh, that was a joke.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, are we going to beat the Bears? I don't think so. We're not going to beat the Falcons. Our shot was against the Eagles.
So John C's Gaming says 80% defense, 20% offense. That's 10 draft picks. So you'd put 8 draft picks towards defense. That means some of these defensive players you drafted are not going to make the team, and they're not going to see the field at all. So if you want to go that route, we can do what our last Quintricia did. They drafted P.J. Johnson, who did absolutely nothing for us, was cut. There's other players that get cut. That's what you have to look at as well. So if you go and draft 8 guys on defense, some of these guys are going to get cut. They're not even going to make the team. Or they'll be practice squad the whole time. So I don't like that. I'd like to have players that's going to make some impact. We got 11 Bravo in here. That's what I was. I was a 19 kilo in 11 Bravo. We got 91 Bravo. What is up? Let's see. Should we draft a quarterback or hold till next year? That's what everyone's asking is, should we draft a QB or should we hold? I think if one falls to the Lions, say like a Desmond Ridder, because I don't believe we're taking a quarterback in the first 2 rounds. If we get one, if he falls the 3rd round, I would have no problem with Lions taking it. Y'all know me. I want a quarterback, but I just don't think it's happening, Antonio Hightower.
Yeah, I think we should take a quarterback, but I don't think we're gonna take one in the first.
Yep.
Um, if Desmond Ritter falls, which I don't know if he will, I can deal with taking him. Maybe, talking fourth, fifth round, guys like Emery Jones or um the guy from Arizona State, I forget his name. Maybe we could think about getting those guys, but I think at this point they're gonna wait till next year.
Do you think they take a quarterback, Mark?
I have a feeling they're not going to. I don't know, man. If a guy like maybe a Malik Willis slips somehow, he had a little bit of chance to shine
Mm-hmm.
playing against Ole Miss a couple weeks ago, but his O-line didn't help him out, and he looks like a one-man show out there. But he's very raw. He's very raw, but I like him a lot. If he somehow slips, maybe him,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think anybody else is really going to catch the Lions' eye. I don't know. Is a Sam Howell going to catch a Lions' eye? Is a guy like I just don't see it, man. I think they're gonna try to get some, like you said, Mike, some wide receivers out there and heavier defense.
Yeah.
And so no, not in the first round. I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either. And I'm not trying to say I don't want a quarterback. That's not the case.
True.
There's a difference between what you want and what you
Yeah.
think's going to happen. And on my channel, I tell you what I think's going to happen, and I can tell you what I want. But I'm not going to say, well, I want a quarterback. That's what they're going to do, because then I'd be lying to you. And thou shalt not lie, or you guys will get mad at me, and so will everybody else.
And if I try to swim across the Detroit River to Ford Field, I'm not making it home to my family. Sorry, Patty Grimes, because the current is strong on that
Well,
Detroit River.
hey, that would be the only way you can get to America, because the borders are closed. At least you can swim across.
Well, they're open, but you have to do these stupid tests, and they're kind of expensive to do, and it's just not worth it right now.
So swim across. Free to do so.
Okay, I'll have to write a will out first. Because I ain't getting across on that, bro. It's very, very dangerous.
We got Michigan. It says no one should be allowed to pick the Lions to win until we actually win a game.
Exactly.
Raw Detroit says I'd take Sam Howell. He likes him. You guys got to subscribe to Raw Detroit. Again, that's TA. He formerly of Noble Sports. He created a Detroit Lions channel, and it's basically prospects and Lions. I love it. We talk prospects all day. That's all we do on off camera, folks. I'm talking prospects with Raw Detroit, with the Gridiron Blitz.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we can get Bro Schmo on here. That would be kind of cool. And to get Top Downey as well from Chat Sports. It would be epic to have a show just talking prospects and talking about like what we can do, and what quarterbacks, what defensive ends, all these things that could be there. Do the Lions go 0-17? Cash to green. I say yes. What do you say, Tone? Again?
Oh, I definitely say yes.
Mark,
Um,
do they go 0-17?
0-17, man. Oh, man, God. Yeah, I think they're going to do it, man. I think they're going to go 0-17. I don't want it to happen, but I just don't. I think they already had their shot at winning some games, man, and they didn't do it. So,
if I were you guys,
unfortunately.
say the Lions are going to win a game all at one time, and maybe we can speak it into existence, because I do not want to. I would love to win a game, just one game. Just please don't go 0-17. Please, hey, if you guys got some Harrington jerseys or something like that, burn them up if you got them. Whatever you can
Voodoo
do
dolls,
to help.
voodoo dolls, man.
Voodoo dolls. Hey, if you got a Ben Roethlisberger voodoo doll, go ahead and poke him. Najee Harris doll, go ahead and poke him. We need your help, man. We got to do something on here. We have to do something. We got receive options. There's a lot of receivers in this draft, Cash to Green, and that is what is good for the Lions. There's a lot of bad in this draft, but receivers is not one of them. There is quite a bit of quality wide receivers, and the Lions is going to have a pick, be able to get a good one. So I'm happy about that. Let's see. What's up, Madness Show? Howell's right there behind Malik Willis, 698 rushing yards, 756 rushing Howell, 2,400 passing. Holmes, if Holmes had a big part in drafting Goff, are you a little worried about him drafting a quarterback? Hopefully Dorsey picks a quarterback. That's a good question.
It's a good question.
That's a great question, you know.
Good question, but that's why he's got, that's why he's got a team of guys too to help him out in that situation too. It's not just going to be Brad Holmes making that decision, man. This is a collective unit, and we saw firsthand that they were on board with a lot of picks this year in 2021. Now, not all those picks have came and been great, but that's why they're rookies. So that's why they're rookies, and it's not just going to be Brad Holmes making that decision on a quarterback. So I'm not too worried about that just yet.
Taking the final question here, says E, other than quarterback, what's the main position need for next season? Safety. I say safety. I feel like we got to get help for Tracy Walker and the secondary. Get a safety across from of Walker. What do you think, Antonio Hightower?
Love tackle, because I knew we're treading Taylor Decker.
Okay, and what do you got there, Mark Orem from Orem's Forum?
Unreal. I'm going to say wide receiver because I can play wide receiver for the Detroit Lions right now and catch a couple footballs. So wide receiver is definitely a big, big need. Huge.
I don't know if you can actually catch a football, Goff throwing it.
I got good hands.
With that said, folks, I want to appreciate everybody for showing up on this Veterans Day One Pride podcast. Again, I appreciate all the veterans out there, current service members. Appreciate Antonio Hightower for signing up, leaving a basic in 2 weeks. And everyone out there, God bless you guys. I will see you all on Sunday. Antonio, got anything to say before we close this bad boy out?
Yeah, it's great to come on here, slander some Lions, especially a certain 7 overall pick who shall not be named. But it was great coming on here, talking about my favorite. I shouldn't even say my favorite team. I'm Chargers are about my favorite team right now. But Lions a close second. But it's great coming over here. I love to talk draft. I've been worried about the draft since we were drafting last year. So that's where I shine with the Lions.
We love the draft on here, Mark Orem. What do you got to say? Tell them about your channel, your show, what's going down on there.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot, Antonio. Thanks a lot, MicroMike. Man, it was great to hang out with you guys again. Thanks, everybody in the chat. Yeah, man, I do a show called Orem's Den every Tuesday when I'm on days. So it's every 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks I'm off because I'll be on afternoons. But we just talk. We talk Lions football. We talk prospects. We have some fun, and I try to pump out a couple videos a week. Just talking Lions, talking prospects. So thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe to Mark Orem. Make sure you subscribe to Raw Detroit, and that's what it's all about, man. We're definitely getting close to draft season. I know everyone don't want to talk about it in the season, but it is what it is, and that's where we're at. So I appreciate everybody coming out. I will have a video dropping tomorrow, just not sure exactly what it's going to be. I will have a mailbag video on Saturday, and, of course, a live watch party on Sunday. Hopefully, the Lions can surprise myself and everybody else on this planet and pull off a win. That would be nice. With that said, folks, adios.